When I get that feeling, I want spiritual healing. So remember with the divine, getting into your divinity, so the divine masculine and the divine feminine energy. Remember, we all have divine feminine and divine masculine energy within our vessel. So it depends which one we want to be in more, but you need to balance them out. And again, that's the yin and yang, right? So that's what that is. And again, remember, in divinity comes your true person. So again, they, them, all the pronouns, she, he, whatever the pronouns are, whatever one fits you, gender specific, that's going to come out when you heal. Because then you are being real. You're doing your divine masculine energy, divine feminine, and then everything's going to balance out for you when you keep healing all your core wounding and your childhood wounding. So you're going to get to your true person. And again, that's going to enable you to be real. So again, like the true speakers, the people that have come out of the closet years ago and went before everybody else, it's going to end misogyny. It's going to end, I don't know about narcissism, but again, if somebody chose to heal, misogyny can end. Scapegoatism can end. Racism can end. Narcissism can end, I believe, when you realize for sure that you're unhappy, miserable, and that you were only in your ego the whole time. There was nothing real about you. But if you want to be real, you can start today. So again, it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of work to put down your sword. But isn't it easier to say, man, I really fucked up my life. I'd like to start again right now. It sounds easier than it is, but I've done it. I had my rock bottom and I just started again. I just started again now so that I can be a vessel, like showing my vessel as the body, but we're the soul. But you can look back at my addiction pictures and see that I was very, very heavy. I looked miserable. My eyes were dead. I had black eyes. And again, when you're in your addictions, you're not eating right as well, right? So again, when I was on cocaine, I was way heavier. I was humongous. And again, I had a failed back surgery. So again, that's not what it's about. It's about just going into your childhood wounding, right? And it's about putting down your ego today. So again, with getting into your divine powers, you're not going to go to Changing Ways today or have a court order and say, I want to go do cocaine, so I'm going to go make a deal with the Changing Ways instructor and say, can I just get out of this one today? It's actually about facing what you were supposed to do years ago, but you're just starting now. So you actually want to change your ways. You're going to actually do the Changing Ways. You might think it's dumb. That's your ego talking you out of it. I don't want to do this. Just like when I try to meditate for the very first time years ago, your ego is going to say, this is stupid, but you just want silence for a couple minutes, and eventually you get really good at it. Eventually, I was doing it for 4 to 5 hours until I had voice to skull and the whole MK Ultra and the whole targeted individual program and spiritual warfare coming in and attacking me with government weapons as well. But again, when you start today, you want to do those things. So you want to change. Again, if you have a partner right now and somebody says, I want to talk to you about something, do you have a minute to listen? Well, why don't you just start today and say, okay, I can step outside of my ego and listen. Just have a hold space for somebody that wants to communicate with you instead of thinking you're the boss. It's just little changes like that. Maybe your partner says, I want to go to my favorite restaurant today. And then the other partner's like, okay, we could do that, instead of saying, fuck, you always get to go there. Maybe you can have a compromise. So again, remember, communication is the key overall. A lot of us don't know how to communicate. And a lot of us hide in our addictions, stuttering, slurring speech. But again, the government's doing that to people on purpose once they start healing, which is ignorant as fuck. So again, remember, when you come into your true divine powers, you're okay with stuttering. You're okay with actually, remembering that when you drank, you were masking in it. And remember, when you get into somebody else's energy bubble, whether you're drinking or not, you're going to pick up their energy. So if somebody is stuttering a lot and they're masking in it, in their cocaine, in their booze, that's now transferred to you. So always try to be consciously aware of of that. It's different for the targeted individuals, but again, you'll know what I'm talking about when you put down an addiction today, because essentially everybody is really targeted from the day one when we were all born. It's just a matter of how you choose to live your life in the power of right now. I hope wherever you are on the planet today, you know that you are special and that nobody has the right to dominate over top of you. And again, if we could all just be real for a moment and know that everybody was abandoned at some point. So again, if you start with your abandonment issues, and again, another good pointer too, is if you see a man or a woman or somebody talking to your partner and you're getting real jealous and steamed up. I made this on a video 2 years ago, and you're getting jealous. What was he saying? What was she saying? What was they, them saying? What was going on? And you're mad. It's something in you. Something in you is making you jealous. Figure out what the fuck it is. And again, it could be that somebody got more attention than you in your household as a kid. It starts with just little things like that. So again, you can appreciate somebody talking to your significant other and say, wow, I really have a good person. Somebody wants to talk to them. Again, it's different if they're hitting on them, but I'm saying just a normal conversation. There's no room in the new earth for hate, jealousy, and envy. Hope wherever you are, you can start today. Namaste.